This final video sees me dealing with a complaint from a dad, Carl, who is seeing his son in supervised access. He wants the rules to change. He's really angry, and I try and work with him around clearing up the situation, I guess, and explaining the way forward. Carl, you asked for this meeting today, and you sounded quite cross on the phone, and you said that you wanted to talk through the access. We have talked through that for the next 6 months, when you see Jared, it has to be supervised. You sounded really angry about that on the phone when I spoke to you. Would you like to use some time to talk about that today?
Oh yeah, I am really cross about it.
Okay.
I know that there was things I made mistakes in the past,
Uh-huh.
but I've been, fantastic with Jared in the last 6 months, and I think I've done everything I can to prove that I'm a decent human being and a decent father. And you seem to keep, restricting my access and making me have to have supervised access with him all the time, and it's really frustrating, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I can't understand why you'd put somebody like me through that.
You're really angry.
I'm really angry, yes.
Yeah, and frustrated that this system is in place.
I'm very frustrated with the system.
Okay.
I understand that you're there to support the child and do the best things for the child, but surely me having a normal relationship with him is paramount.
You think that the measures that have been put in place are not the best thing for the two of you?
I don't. That's exactly what I think.
Yeah. And obviously you know that we were all at the conference, and it was the conference chair that made the decision that for the next 9 months, so that was a few months ago now,
Yeah.
that the access would have to be supervised. I have to see that through. That was the decision made.
Surely when you can see how well we're getting on and how things are progressing, surely you could recommend that this could be changed, or there's got to be something you can do, surely, rather than put us through the situation.
Each time that you see Jared with the supervised access, there are notes that are being compiled, there's a file that's being put together, and when we go back to conference, we can take that forward. Unfortunately, as you know, you did get really angry with him a couple of sessions ago. Those kind of meetings are not going to go in your favour.
Yeah, but surely every parent gets angry with their child at some point. There must be a point where you see through that and understand that, that there's a reason for that, and it's normal behaviour to be angry sometimes with your child.
Well, I think what happens is we observe the two of you together, we notice your relationship, and all of that evidence will go back to the next conference then to look at if decisions can be changed. As it stands, the access has to be supervised. There's absolutely nothing I can do that.
Well, I'm not happy at all with that decision. I think it's wrong. I think it's unfair.
You feel that it's unfair and you feel frustrated. What I'm wondering is if it's really important to you to change this, what you think you could do in the meetings when you see Jared in these access meetings, what you could do to kind of improve your chances of this changing. What do you think you could do, Carl?
Well, obviously not maybe shouting him so much, but I've got to be able to feel myself with him and act normally. But yeah, maybe not get so loud or not be so shouty with him, but this is quite a difficult thing to do when you're trying to be yourself.
It's really difficult to see your child in a supervised access way. It's a difficult situation to be in. And what you're saying to me is you know that to make your chances better to change this, if you can lower your shouting and not get so angry, you'll improve your chances.
Well, yeah, if you can tell me that that's going to make a difference, then obviously I'll do everything I can to change that. But it's just a normal behaviour, surely. It's not.
You said at the start, Carl, that you've made significant changes, and I'm aware you've left your relationship now, and,
right.
and you've made significant changes with some of your situations.
Yeah.
And you seem to be somebody who is really determined to improve your lifestyle and your relationship with your son.
Well, of course, I want to maintain a relationship with my son.
How important is it to you to be able to be a dad with Jared?
Well, very important.
But if you were to scale it on a scale of 0 to 10, where would you put the importance?
9 or a 10.
It's really important to you.
Yeah, very important.
Okay. And one of the things that the conference was looking at was your temper. I know you've made changes in your relationship and with your drinking.
Yeah.
How confident are you that you can stay even-tempered
Well,
with Jared?
I think I can stay even-tempered. I know there's been times that I've shouted at him, but it's been more trying to explain to him how I feel, and obviously he finds that difficult sometimes. So I raise my voice, and maybe that could be looked at, but I don't feel that my temper's anything like it used to be. I've really tried to bring it down, and maintain a calm head when I'm discussing things with him and with other people. But it must be, you must understand that if you were in the same situation, you'd want to see a child, and you'd try and fight to do anything you can to see your child. So
Jared's really important to you.
Hugely important.
And you're saying that you've made huge changes already.
That's right.
And you're also saying you're pretty confident that you can watch your temper with him. How confident are you on a scale of 0 to 10, Carl?
I think it's high up to 8.
Okay, so kind of 8 confidence. It's not 0. So what puts your confidence as high up as 8?
Well, because I value a relationship with my child, and I want to have that.
Okay.
That's
okay.
why.
So it's really important to you, and you really believe that you can do it.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What's going to help you when you're with him to not lose your temper?
Well, maybe if we could discuss things, or things could be explained to him to make him understand where I'm coming from, rather than us being put in that situation, which would normally happen in a different situation.
Mm-hmm.
Those sessions are so short, and
they are,
and you don't get enough time, so you can't sit down, you can't do anything normal, watch the television, have a conversation over, when in a natural environment. It's all very much staged. It's very difficult to be in that situation.
You think one of the reasons that you're losing your temper is
because of the system and the way things. I know I've been penalised. I know there was times of shouting, but surely people should be seen on their actions now, not on things that have happened in the past.
You think that what goes on in the supervised access, it's about the kind of false or the artificial nature of it, and that if you were back in the house now, you would be able to explain to him how it seems really important to you that he sees how you feel sometimes.
Absolutely, but not in a short space of time. If it's in over a period of a day or a weekend, that's what I feel the work could be achieved. And I'm not saying that there won't be times that I'm going to get cross and shout at him, but again, if he does something wrong, he has to be told off.
Mm-hmm,
but I understand that there's a way that can be done.
You strike me as somebody who really wants to improve their parenting. You've already made significant changes, and you seem really determined to sort this out and provide a good relationship with your son.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you very much.